Hello, I was gonna go live earlier this morning, but I'm traveling and I had to leave a little earlier. So I just wanted to talk for a few minutes really quickly about what I wish I knew about going vegan. So it's been 4 years since I officially went vegan. It was definitely something that took me like a bit of a transition. I went off fish. I then was only eating chicken or whatever. It was just like that slow transition. Just a reminder that a lot of people talk about being able to do that overnight, and that's great, but it's not always feasible for a lot of reasons. It's maybe a privilege to have the information about nutrition or access to food or whatever it is. So remember that it doesn't have to be a quick transition. And again, if you're, because I keep saying this like in my stories, not in this, but you don't have to be vegan to follow me or to work with me or to benefit from the content that I create, right? It's a thing that's important to me as a part of conscious living, but it's not the only thing. But I would argue it's something to pay attention to. So I have a couple of things now that I've been vegan for 4 years of what I wish I knew. One of them is you don't have to give up all your favorite foods. Like, there is this maybe understanding that you have to get rid of all the things you love. Like, it's going to be this big sacrifice, and there may be adjustments or maybe things that you don't buy from the store anymore or whatever, but you can keep all of your favorite meals, and now in 2023 all of your favorite snacks and everything else, so you don't have to give up that. Another thing that I think is important to know kind of from the beginning, especially because it's used so interchangeably in pop culture, is plant-based versus vegan. So vegan is a lifestyle. It is not choosing animal products in everything. It is about ethics and morals and non-speciesism, and it's really a level of morality where plant-based is a diet. So those are two different things. So being vegan is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It's committing to something. But you can also be on a plant-based diet and not be committing to a vegan lifestyle. So I think those things are important, especially because sometimes online it can be confusing. Another thing to remember is just that you're gonna make mistakes. You are not born into this perfect, beautiful vegan world. And so it doesn't mean that it's going to work out beautifully and perfectly, right? So I have accidentally had some pizza that I thought was vegan that wasn't. There was another meal served to me at a restaurant. That doesn't mean I'm not vegan or that I screwed up or that I'm not good at it. It just means that life happens. If you let those little moments bog you down, you are not going to be able to survive, right? Because you're not in a perfect world. So don't try and be perfect. Try and do the best you can. P.S. I wonder who's getting a vegan lifestyle talk from their car when I'm live here. Another thing is that it doesn't have to be expensive. Again, this goes back to the privilege thing. So if you have privilege to have access to food and information and stuff, but it doesn't have to be expensive if you have access to basic foods, rice, beans, vegetables, right? It doesn't have to mean all the expensive replacements, although they can be fun and I use them sometimes, like Mayoko's cream cheese, stuff like that. But you don't have to buy that stuff, right? That's what makes it more expensive. So if you're really committed to thinking about a whole foods plant-based diet, which is different than, I'm not on a whole foods plant-based diet. I do have some like cookies and ice cream and everything else. Those are the things that are a choice that makes it a little bit more expensive, but it absolutely does not have to be, okay? Another thing that is a good reminder is that vegan doesn't have to be healthy. Going off the point I just made, you can be a junk food vegan, right? Especially in 2023. So if you are on a vegan diet, it doesn't mean you're eating salads and grass every day for every meal. It just means that you're not having animal products and trying to at least do the least harm with your diet and your lifestyle. But it doesn't mean that you're a health nut. You can actually eat a lot of shitty, crappy food that's really yummy, but shouldn't be the basis of your diet if you are vegan. Like I said, it's just so much easier now. Another thing is that people will judge you and people will question you. When you talk about being vegan, there's a lot of people that get almost defensive. It's usually something about them, right? Like, that's not about you. There's a reason your decision to do that is triggering them. Maybe they've tried before, maybe they don't understand, maybe they think it's wrong, whatever it is, you're gonna have those moments with people because it is, although it's growing in acceptance and understanding, it's still kind of like counterculture to our standard Western diet and our understanding of food and our system. So find community, because those moments are going to happen and sometimes they suck. So if you find community online, if you join patreon.com/consciouslycarly, whatever it is, doesn't have to be me, but find community or people that you can lean on and say that was hard, or I have questions about this, because if it is different to what you've known your entire life, it's going to take some adjusting, right? No one's going to do that overnight and totally be able to like make it perfect, right? Because again, we're not trying to make it perfect. And I think the last thing is just like, I've done this in a podcast episode about the part of being vegan that nobody warned me about. You're going to start to see the world differently. This angry vegan phase, it's a thing, right? Because you're waking up to understanding that maybe some of these systems in our world, just like other things, the patriarchy, and when you understand the systems of oppression, this is another one. The animal agriculture system is a system of oppression to animals, to workers, to our environment. So when you find out about that, it's easy to get really freaking pissed and to feel like, what else did I not know? I can't believe I didn't know this. That's okay. That's going to happen. And it's probably going to change how you see the world. And it's beautiful. It's sometimes frustrating and sometimes hard, but it's worth it, because it can maybe wake you up to things that you didn't know. Even if you don't go vegan, if you start learning about some of these, I guarantee you'll connect to part of it in a way that you didn't know it was connected to. Basically, whatever you're passionate about, I bet I can find a way it's connected to why you should think about going vegan or a plant-based lifestyle. So 4 years vegan for me. I have not died from protein deficiency or anything of the sort. I am thriving. And if you are interested in learning more about this aspect of conscious living, I would love to talk to you about it, and I would love to help you. We can either chat in my DMs, or you can schedule a free 30-minute discovery call right from the link in my bio that is all about like, how can we work together? How can I help you with your conscious living goals if they have to do with veganism, plant-based living, sustainability, mindfulness? It's all on my website. Happy 4-year vegan anniversary to me. If you're vegan already, I want to know how many years it's been. If you're not, I love that you're here and that you watch this video, and I'll see you soon.